Palestinian officials say one child in Gaza is killed every 15 minutes. More than 13,000 Palestinian children have been killed in Gaza since the war between Israel and Hamas began in October, according to Gaza's health ministry. At least 25,000 have been wounded. Most of the 1 million Palestinian children haven't been to school in Gaza, and there's little prospect that classes will resume anytime soon. Most of the schools have been transformed into crowded shelters for the roughly 2 million Palestinians who have been displaced by Israeli military strikes.
Since the right to life is not guaranteed anymore in Gaza, of course, right to education is even not exist because many reasons. First of all, most of the schools in Gaza now they became kind of shelter for the civilians, even though they've been targeted by the Israeli army.
Half of the 2.3 million Palestinians in Gaza are under the age of 18. Palestinian officials say hundreds of thousands of these youth are suffering from the effects of the war and displacement from their homes. They say that schools could supply a routine and normality.
In the past 5 months, we have seen many children suffering from emotional distress and psychosocial problems. The fact that there is no school is just making things worse.
Al-Khadour says even after the war ends, it will take months before children can return to school. Dozens of schools run by the UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees, UNRWA, have been destroyed, and hundreds of teachers have been killed or wounded. Today, a few makeshift classes have been set up in the southern city of Rafah, which hosts almost half of Gaza's displaced population.
We escaped the bombings and escaped from under the rubble. Here, a teacher comes every day to teach children, bring joy to them, and find a way to keep them entertained.
But aid groups in Gaza say they are less concerned these days about the education of children than they are about an impending famine. The United States says Israel must do more to allow humanitarian food aid distribution in Gaza and has announced plans to build a floating pier for food deliveries by sea. Linda Gradstein, VOA News, Jerusalem.